tried. It's not the best Let's Play. Now try the rest. I don't know what I'm saying. Fluent's choice is the joke. Let's get into it, episode 2. So I'm right in the same spot, because apparently to save you have to sleep in your bed. But we have got to collect gravesite fees, so let's do that. Let's make that our main quest and follow to find the fees. Hello?
Yes, Mr. Thompson. I'm fine, Mr. Thompson. Never been healthier. Oh, sweet merciful law. A marauder's in my domicile.
Hey, take it easy. I'm not a marauder. You good, buddy? Hello?
There a reason you're running around outfitted like one of those monsters? Did Mr. Thompson send you to put the fear in me? Well, you tell Mr. Thompson I'll be right at my post. Tomorrow. Bright and early tomorrow. Because I'm definitely not plagued. As spry as a spring chicken. That's old Abernathy.
Take it easy. Mr. Thompson didn't send me. No, you want to tell me what's got you so nervous?
You some sort of wandering alienist? Walking into a man's own domicile, pestering him about his mental state?
I'm here to collect your gravesite fees.
Silas knows, doesn't he? That's why he sent you. That's why he wants me to pay up. He knows.
Knows what?
I'm dying. I'm not long for this world. The date of my expiration is fast approaching. And soon I shall be ushered through the great cannery in the skies. It's plague. Has to be. Silas knows. He knows I got one foot in my grave, and now he wants to charge me for the other one.
I'm sorry to hear that.
You are? Oh, wow. First time anyone's ever told me that.
The lip syncing is
I'll
great.
pay your fees. I don't want any trouble from Silas. But if you could see a way to freelancing for me, I could really use the help.
How can I help?
There's a cache of anthracillin tucked away in the old community center. Powerful stuff. Stronger than what we got, anyway. I need you to break in, nab that medicine, and bring it back to me.
I'll do it.
You oblige me with your haste. I think I feel the plague spreading. Oh, Law, it's in my spleen now. I can feel it.
Anything I should know about this community center?
Just keep your head down when you're in there. Marauders have taken over. Probably tracking mud all over the archives.
Leave me be. Alright, so let's collect
You're
these
making a
graveyard
mistake
fees.
working for Abernathy.
What?
Excuse me. I'm Esther Blaine, Spacer's Choice Actuary. I overheard your talk with Abernathy. I hope you're not thinking about getting him that medicine. Abernathy is a well-known hypochondriac. Anthracillin is wasted on him. You're better off selling it to me instead.
He's got symptoms of something. You're saying it's psychosomatic.
All I'm saying is Abernathy's worked in this town longer than some of us been alive. How do I put this gently? He's got a lot of cobwebs up in his attic.
I'll think about it.
That's all I can ask of you.
I'm gonna help old Abernathy. He's a cool guy. Barbershop. They said someone was in the barbershop. Hello?
Merciful law. Is that a marauder's outfit? I don't want you wandering into my shop wearing something you've lifted off a corpse. Please don't touch anything. Your hands are probably crawling with germs. Physical hygiene recapitulates moral hygiene. Cleanliness is next to lawfulness.
I see. Relax, I'm clean.
So everyone says, until someone forgets to cough into their elbow, and then we're all dying of plague. I'm Conrad, You will report to me if your hair fails to meet Spacer's Choice aesthetic standards. You will also report to me in the event of your death, whereupon I will clean and prepare your remains for interment.
Silas sent me to collect your dues.
Ah, gravesite fees. Silas and I had talked about this at length. I thought I'd made it clear my pecuniary situation precludes the necessary restitutions.
You mean you're broke?
As broke as pie crust, friend. Bidless, indigent, destitute. I simply cannot afford it. I am a blemish on the prosperity of our fair settlement. When I expire, I expect Silas to toss my body into a ditch.
Don't be so hard on yourself.
I have to be, if only to prepare myself for my inevitable dressing down at the hands of corporate. Tell Silas I can't afford to pay, and that I fully expect to have my medical rights revoked for this dereliction. With my apologies.
Hang on, medical... Wait, just give Silas an IOU.
Not a bad idea. But I'd need some kind of collateral. My pair of lucky clippers. No, that won't do. Your idea intrigues me, but I'm afraid I don't have anything to give Silas. I'm open to suggestions.
I'll let you know if I think of anything.
Much obliged.
That's where he prepares the corpses. He's watching me. Give me that stuff. What's this? Conrad. Receptionist shot himself. This is bad. Company's going to have to call it for what it is. Destruction of Spacer's Choice property. Eugene was an asset and somebody has to pay his body price. This is going to ruin us. So I was thinking that we pawn off his teeth. Eugene had a full set of gold teeth. Heirlooms passed down by his family or something. You're processing his body, right? Just dig around and pry them out. We'll sell the teeth somewhere nice and quiet, use the bits to pay for his body price, and nobody's the wiser. What do you think? Don't write back. In fact, don't talk to me at all. Just give me a special signal next time you see me. Wiggle your eyebrows. Phyllis G. You can pawn the teeth, my friend.
What can I do for you?
You sound like you've had some training. I know a thing or two about medicine.
Oh? Am I in the company of a fellow doctor?
Only if we use the term doctor loosely.
I am a Spacer's Choice certified surgeon, and if you must know, I can stitch a severed thumb with a 58% chance of avoiding gangrene.
Nice. I know about Eugene. Why not use his teeth as collateral for your gravesite fees?
You know about Eugene? How?
I found a note from Phyllis.
Then, you know Phyllis suggested selling off Eugene's gold teeth. I didn't approve of the idea then, and I don't approve of it now. Eugene's golden teeth were a family heirloom, representing 3 generations of poor dental hygiene. He took them to his grave.
I'm sure he won't miss them.
That's unthinkable. Eugene's body and all rare earth minerals contained therein are solely the property of Spacer's Choice. I can't ask Silas to dig up a man's body and pry a few teeth loose from his jaw just to pay my bills. Can I?
You're going to have to.
Yes, I suppose I must. Here you are. Gravesite papers affixed with my signature and an IOU.
Thank you, Conrad. That was easy. Cannery. Salt Tuna Cannery. Let's check it out. Phyllis, you're up there. are you?
You the new worker? Whatever. Make it quick, Tenderfoot. I'm busy.
I'm guessing you're the foreman.
Foreman Granger. Mind those words don't come out of your mouth unless preceded by yes or right away or thank you.
Gravesite fees, I'm here to collect.
Shit. Silas still on about that. Here, take the fees. I'd appreciate it if you didn't tell Reed I was late on my payment.
These papers aren't signed in your name.
Because they're not my fees and not my gravesite. Guy I worked with shot himself. I paid the bill.
That's kind of you, I guess.
I could do without the sarcasm. Wasn't acting out of the goodness of my heart. Law requires delinquent gravesite fees to be paid by the deceased party's closest living relative, which meant me. Shame, though. Eugene was a good worker.
You said this guy shot himself?
Woke up one morning and put a round through his upper story. Can't imagine why. The kid was doing all right at his desk. We all thought he was an upstanding receptionist. Just between the two of us, I'm pretty shocked his weapon didn't misfire. Spacer's Choice handguns aren't the most reliable.
It must be tough losing family.
Eugene wasn't family.
I thought you said you were his closest living relative.
Yeah, I was the closest living person relative to his body at time of death. I'm the one who found him, you see, so I pay the fines.
Wow.
Suicide's a crime. The legal term is irreparable damage to company property. What Eugene did to himself was vandalism.
You can't be serious.
I'm plenty serious. In fact, I'm a little upset Eugene didn't think things through. In other words, Edgewater would have been penalized pretty hard. Whatever Eugene was worth as an asset, we would have had to pay out of pocket to Spacer's Choice.
He was a person, not an asset.
Well, excuse you. I'll have you know, Eugene was an asset to us all. May his atoms be commended to the law. All I know is Silas asked me for Eugene's gravesite fees, which means he was approved for burial, which means his papers went through, which means the town's in the clear. I'm just glad to put this whole ugly affair behind me. Eugene can rest his bones in peace, and the rest of us can get on with our own lives.
Did you get back to work? Sleep deprivation. You're tired and need to sleep. In Supernova difficulty, you must sleep in your ship every day to prevent exhaustion. Without sleep, your exhaustion will get worse over time in 4 stages, reducing your temperament, intelligence, and strength of each stage before eventually death. All Spacer's Choice employees are required to get a minimum of 2 hours rest every day to maintain focus.
Somebody's been spinning a tale about a lost colony ship. Talk like that'll get you reported real quick.
Okay. Thank you, Phyllis. Gotta go back to the ship and sleep. I kind of want to explore this place, though. A vending machine. Anything in the bowels here?
Sorry, I'll just be a minute. He's off the press.
Alright, let's head back to the ship. General
rations
store.
yet?
Oh, I can fast travel to the ship. Maybe not. I guess we'll have to walk to the ship. The only source of protein a busy worker needs. You can be both admired and feared by the same faction. No, I need to collect Ludwig's gravesite piece so I can get paid for doing this. Wow. What do we have here? Model spaceship, big cartridges, and a grenade launcher. That's a nice find. Man, I can't get over how gorgeous this game is. Alright, let's go collect Ludwig's gravesite piece. So we can get this quest over with and I can get some money so I can buy food and water. Well, mainly water. Landing pad. Ludwig, my friend. Whoa.
Thank the law. I've been requisitioning backup for months. Guess the boss finally came to his senses. You ever swung a truncheon? Let me see your rifling stance. I want to make sure you're up to snuff.
Ludwig, I'll leave you be. Let's try this again.
Colony ain't gonna liberate itself. The Resistance needs every gun hand.
Silas sent me. You owe him gravesite piece.
I told Silas I'd pay my dues if he agreed to join the Resistance. Guess this means he's finally heard the calling.
Are you okay? You seem confused.
I'm talking about mechanical soldier. Cold, heartless automatons made of iron and lies.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Just my luck. I ask for backup and the boss sends me one of them simple folk. All right. Listen real close. Auto-mechanicals. Creatures forged in the fires of malevolence. I seen them over by the old power plant. Clattering about. Firing at the birds. Orchestrating their uprising. When the swarms of mechanicals come clanging on over that hill, where will you be? Cowering beneath your cot? Or standing, shoulder to shoulder with the Resistance?
If your Resistance need another gun, I'm for hire.
I've been gathering up a war chest over the years. Some tuna cans, mostly. Some Spacer's chaw. Few bit carts. I'll reward you for your aid.
Robber armies pay enlistment fees.
Enlistment fees? Yeah, I suppose. Wouldn't want to give the Resistance a bad name.
Ooh, 75 bits. What do you need done?
They have sent a scout, prowling around the junkyard just behind our beloved town. This scout must not be permitted to return to its base of operations. Cross it off, then report back.
Will do. If I'm going after this mechanical stout, I could use a couple pointers.
Mechanical's got a weak spot in their midsections. I think the technical term is, the blue glowy square thing.
I'll leave you be. Oh, you're better now.
Bring us honor, soldier.
Whoa. Well, since you're not in your house, read that cartridges. Get cartridges. Take that, whatever that is. Got a workbench. Can't pick that. Space is Corona. Well, I hope Ludwig returns. Gotta go give the gravesite piece to Silas. At least I have some bits. Silas, my boy, I've got them all.
Something I can do for you?
Got those fees you wanted.
You run into any trouble?
It's all done. Paperwork, fees, and signatures.
Reliable work from a freelancer. That's gonna take some getting used to.
I went out of my way for you.
And I'll buy you a drink sometime.
I was hoping for something more tangible.
Suppose you've earned it. One good turn deserves another.
Reputation increased. 300 pet cartridges, 150, nice. Abernathy's trying to hide his own illness.
Abernathy was sick? With the plague? That's disgusting. I shook hands with the guy.
He was convinced you knew.
What? No. If I knew he was sick, I would have had him reported. I needed his fees because of his name. A, for Abernathy. He was at the top of my list, you see?
Got it. Your reputation with the faction has changed. If enemies are hostile, but your reputation isn't kill on sight, leaving for a few days. I gotta return to my ship. This is gonna be dodgy. I don't really remember where my ship was. I think it's in this general direction. There it is. So it said you can fast travel to your ship. I'm not sure why it wouldn't let me. Do it. Where do I sleep? Right here?
If your equipment is in need of repair or modification, the Crux 2000 workbench is at your disposal, Captain.
Sawed-off shotgun. Very nice. Let's sleep. Sleep for 8 hours. Hunger. You're hungry and you need to eat. Spacer's Choice employ a meal break. In Supernova difficulty, you must eat every few hours to prevent starvation. Consuming a food item will clear hunger and prevent starvation for a few hours. Without eating, your hunger will get worse over time in 4 stages, reducing your strength, charm, and perception at each stage before eventually death. Allowing yourself to fall before maximum healthy production levels is corporate theft. My goodness, they're brutal. Resting in a bed is relaxing and moves time forward. In super difficulty, you can only take a nap in your ship. Alright, I'm hungry, so let's eat something. How about a bread? fast travel back to Edgewater? Oh, the landing site is marked. Okay. Can't fast travel, but I can fast travel to my ship. So we gotta see about this power core. And I've also got to buy some water. Well, dang it, man, I can't shoot. I didn't know there was 3 of them. Well, I'll wake up in my bed, so... I didn't mean to do that. Let's go another way where there's not marauders. Here. Old wreckage discovered. Ah! Oh my gosh. Run. There is danger in every direction in this world. Forget the old wreckage. Go up this hill. Figured there'd be enemies there or something. It's an old wreckage. Of course there's going to be something there. Alright, new day in Edgewater. Let's... see what's going on in town. Manta Swarm explained. Raising your block skill unlocks perfect block. With pinpoint timing, your block can stagger the enemy attacking you. So if you do melee. I'm into guns. Alright, so check my hunger and thirst levels. I don't think I'm hungry or thirsty. Model spaceship and Canaan meat. Let's put the sawed-off. Let's put the grenade launcher there. I forgot to pick up the sawed-off shotgun. Alright, should we go meet the... What do we have to do? Die robot. Retrieve the cache of medicine. die robot. Let's go see if we can kill a robot at least. An auto-mechanical scout. Finest cigarettes in Halcyon. Where's cigarettes? Raising your inspiration, unlock special attacks for your companions. So we've got to go around. What a beautiful game. Definitely invokes feelings of Arcanum and Fallout, the originals, as well as being an immersive sim like Bloodlines. It's really got it all. What happened? Energy cells? Whose house is this? Just unlocked. Cartridges and light ammo. Take it. All that stuff found though, do I really want to go fight a robot? Is the question. Because if I die, I'm going to lose that stuff. Ooh, a box. Couple of them. Ammo, heavy ammo, armor parts. Here we go. Blew up the robot with the grenade launcher. Light ammo, heavy ammo, frozen dinner. The food also has consumable benefits. I'll write that down for parts. Small percentage of weapons and armor you may find are considered pristine. They have more durability and worth more to vendors. Pristine items are identified by a diamond. So did I just find a pristine pistol? If so, that's pretty sweet. Where's the robot I killed? Ooh. 21 bits, 7 bits. Nice. What is this building? Well, anyway, let's go tell Ludwig. Wish I could find its body, though. Probably something good on its body. Oh well. I've done the deed. Alright, let's check this out. Scramble duration. Unlock access to restricted items and vending machines. Let's get a couple points in stealth. Companions gain 20% armor rating. Companion critical damage. Let's get leadership up. Unlock TDT location effects with long guns. Stealth up, and let's get tech up. Alright. Ludwig, I have good news. I blow up the bad guy. I blow the bad guy to Kingdom Come. Ludwig is in his domicile. He is back. Alright, cool. Hello, Ludwig.
Bring us honor, soldier.
You don't have to worry about that scout anymore.
You beat that scout to scrap with its own legs? Pulled its optic cables out its head case? Actually, don't tell me. Rather use my imagination. You're a passing fair soldier, I will confess. But you are one, and the enemy is legion. What you need is an equalizer, a weapon to strike fear in their cold, mechanical hearts. Cantina, lavatory, behind one of the toilets. That's where I've kept it hidden all these years.
You hid your secret weapon in a lavatory?
Sharp, ain't it? The lavatory is the very last place a mechanical has need to enter.
Huh. I'll let you know if I find it.
On the double, soldier. Don't want the bartender poking around in there with a mop.
True. To the cantina. Armor reduces the damage of each incoming bullet or attack. Pretty common, standard. Sealed bundle. Back to Ludwig. Where was his entrance?
You think corporate's ever gonna visit?
This side?
Bring us honor, soldier.
I found that package you mentioned.
Feast your eyes, soldier. This here is a genuine Spacer's Choice injury customizing unit, designed to deliver a lethal blast of electrical discharge. I call it the Hand of the Law. You ever want to see a mechanical flailing around like a grounded fish? You stick a couple thousand bolts in its guts. With compliments from old Ludwig.
How do I use this injury customizing unit exactly?
There's a workbench right through this door. Attach that unit to your favorite weapon and go forth into glorious battle. Time's come for you to journey down into the black heart of the enemy's camp. I'm talking about the old geothermal plant. Unfortunately, the old plant lies outside my board-given jurisdiction. You'll need to get a passcode from the boss, Reed Thompson.
What do you expect I'll find down there?
I need you to get us the brain of a mechanical. Well, not exactly a brain. Anatomically speaking, what we're looking for is a logic module.
How am I supposed to get one of these logic modules?
There's the rub. If a mechanical breaks down, the logic module fries. So you can't rip one out of its corpse. You're gonna have to find an intact model somehow.
What are you planning?
Don't tell anyone, all right? I've got a contact. A real expert in the inner workings of the automaton. We are gonna rip those mechanical secrets right out of their circuits.
Edgewater's in the middle of the nowhere. You don't have a contact.
Well, excuse me. What I meant was I'm going to get a contact. I didn't know I had to be all prissy about my grammar around you.
Seems simple enough.
If you die horribly, I will pour out a can of 0G to your memory.
Thank you, sir. You have gotten a weapon modification. Install mods at a workbench to upgrade your weapons, changing damage type, adding a scope, improving rate of fire, and more. So I have to get a pass from Reed Thompson. It's just little science. You can tinker your weapons and armor at a workbench, increasing the damage. There's a lot to this game. Hunger, you're hungry and need to eat. So let's eat a bread. Am I still hungry? Where's my hunger and thirst bars? I thought this was it. What is that? Go get some plain old drink of water. Hello.
Plague got you feeling woozy? Get yourself boozy with Spacer's Choice. Coming right up.
So if I sell you this pristine, you're gonna give me 15 for it. I'll take it. And I'll buy plain and pure Spacer's Choice. Buy 3 of them. Let's go see Reed Thompson. Let's go to the general store, actually. Where was that general store? Right here.
You think corporate's ever gonna visit?
Hello?
It's not the best choice, it's Spacer's Choice. And before you ask, I'm all out of deluxe salt tuna. All I've got is gourmet.
Julius. I have some questions.
Go right ahead.
What's your take on this place?
What, you mean Edgewater? That's a peculiar question. This a test? Am I being tested right now? It's, fine and dandy. Couldn't be happier. Wouldn't want to spend my life working anywhere else. Prettiest little town on Terra 2.
I'm glad you're so optimistic.
I have every reason to be. I caught a real break working in a place like this. I don't get paid for banter. Was there something you needed?
Actually, there was.
Go right ahead.
Anyone I should watch out for?
Other than yourself? Definitely the vicar. Don't get me wrong. He seems a decent man, cut from church cloth, knows his scriptures. But there's something about him that bothers me. Like he's not one of us. Sometimes I suspect he doesn't even want to be here.
So about this plague that's supposed to be going around.
Plague? I don't know anything about a plague. We are the very picture of hot-blooded physical vigor.
Is there a reason you feel like you have to hide what's going on?
You have got the wrong idea about me. I've got nothing that needs hiding. Some of us who get sick are liable to exaggerate the conditions of that sickness, but the fact is, if you work hard, you have got no cause to worry.
What do you mean by that?
Survival of the fittest. It ain't just a law of nature, it's company policy. Medical treatment is commensurate with our value to society. Spacer's Choice will dispense medicine for the indispensable worker. Natural selection at work.
And if you don't work hard enough?
Then the hand of medical science will not grace you with its touch, and you must recover on the virtue of your own grit. Listen, you mind if we talk about something else? Rambling about company policy gets me feeling all lightheaded.
Let me see what you're selling.
Music to my ears.
Alright. Light machine gun, impact hammer, sawed-off shotgun, super scoper, wow. Standard. Hack +7. Standard troop armor, that's pretty good. And a standard troop helmet. Alright, so I'm gonna buy these. I'll buy that. And I'll buy that. Thank you, sir. Check out the new helmet, and we're not wearing Marauder gear anymore.
Spacer's Choice, the brand of choice for spacers on a budget. Music to my ears.
Let's sell mining gear. And the piecemeal mining helmet. And be on our way. Time to see Reed Thompson? I think so.
Wonder if the plague's ever gonna pass.
Just keep working. Work fortifies the spirit.
What do we have in here?
Talking to the good vicar always lifts up my spirits.
The good vicar, you say?
Yes, what is it? You're an outsider. Fantastic. Vicar Maximilian de Soto, at your service. Or Vicar Max, if you're the sort who prefers brevity. I so rarely get new people to talk to. Name your poison, anything at all. Spiritual counseling? This season's tossball predictions? The quickest way out of town?
How did you know I'm an outsider?
I've never seen you before. And there's been no paperwork indicating a transfer. Half the time it's wrong, but a new worker without paperwork? Unheard of. Also, you lack the distinctive worker gaze. Usually either a deadening behind the eyes, or in some rare cases, a wild-eyed frenzy, like a trapped animal.
You seem quite dismissive of the common man for a spiritual leader.
Oh, nothing could be further from the truth. I'm simply bemoaning the level of spiritual awareness in this town.
That's gotta be tough.
Yes. Yes, it is. But it's my job, and I take it very seriously. I must double my efforts to elevate my flock. These are good, hard-working people here.
What sort of advice do you offer here?
They who are not satisfied with their work are satisfied with nothing. No. How about,
Work fortifies the spirit. True exhaustion awaits idle hands.
I was actually asking about what your religion was all about.
The OSI teaches that the Grand Architect set a perfect system in motion at the beginning of time. Contentment is found by accepting one's role in that grand plan.
What does OSI stand for?
The Order of Scientific Inquiry, also known as scientism to the layperson.
How do you talk to this Grand Architect? Prayer, meditation, or what?
You don't talk to the Grand Architect. Once the universe was set in motion, it stepped back. It has no concern for us.
Doesn't sound like a very motivational religious philosophy. What's there to aspire to?
We will eventually decode the plan and all its intricacies. Once we are able to deduce the properties of every particle in the universe and its trajectory, we will know everything. The future, the past, each person's place within the plan, all will be laid out before us, removing struggle and bringing peace. No one will ever need question their path again. Some even believe this ultimate knowledge will unlock mankind's true potential, and we will all become akin to grand architects ourselves, after a fashion.
Really? How does that work? Tell me more.
Well, first there's the matter of the secret blood rites and animal sacrifices. I'm kidding.
I like how he smiles.
Seriously, though, to truly understand the metaphysics involved takes years of study and contemplation.
Looking for a power regulator.
Mechanical tomfoolery is well out of my purview. I suggest you take such matters to Mr. Thompson in the cannery. Oh, and a word of warning. If you're considering wandering around outside the safety of the town, you'd best be cautious.
And why is that?
Marauders are about. Though if you are planning on venturing outside, I do have a proposition that may interest you. One of the reasons I transferred here was to fulfill my duty in hunting down banned heretical texts. I happen to know such a book is, as we speak, tainting a collector's library in Emerald Vale. However, the collector's residence lies outside the town's walls. My retrieval efforts have been thwarted by marauders who have overrun the property. Should you fare better than me, I'd pay a handsome sum for the book.
Why would a vicar be after a banned heretical book?
I just want to keep the writing out of layman's hands. It wouldn't do for such information to fall into public consumption.
You make a compelling argument.
Glad we see eye to eye. It's a handwritten journal, a faded blue cover with the name M. Bakonu handwritten in the lower corner. I'll mark where I saw it on your map. Assuming you're serious?
I'll look for your book.
Thank you. If you retrieve it, you can always find me here.
All right. Now let's go to Reed Thompson. Very memorable characters throughout the game so far. The Edgewater Saltuna Canning Factory strictly adheres to Spacer's Choice standards of health and safety. Notice, schedule your sick leave with your Spacer's Choice foreman and/or supervisor. Be considerate toward other members of the Spacer's Choice family. Allow 2 to 4 weeks to process and approve your scheduled sick leave. Lost hours must be compensated to the company. See Reed if you're having trouble paying for your sick leave. We'll try to arrange wage deductions instead. Remember, work invigorates the spirit. Sickness in the body reflects sickness in the mind and sickness in the character. If you find yourself falling ill, maybe time to schedule a meeting with our local vicar. Wow, this place is nuts.
Please hold the line.
explained it, the blessing. The grease monkey, Argo?
I'm sorry, Mr. Thompson, sir. You asked why it's taking so long to fix. The answer's technical.
Don't apologize. Just try using small words for me.
The can's bust open in the oven because she's set to cook saltuna, which isn't what we've got. Mr. Thompson? I think there's someone here to see you.
Focus, Miss Holcomb. You and I are still talking. Let's start over. Walk me through the process. Show me where it's going awry.
Well, sure. It's, mostly on account of what we're feeding into the mechanism.
It puts food in cans. We have food, we have cans. Why won't it work like we need?
She's expecting saltuna of a certain size. We're filling the cans with, well, not fish.
Seems we've got a guest. Really now, Parvati, I do wish you'd spoken up.
Talk to me.
I do apologize. I was given no forewarning of your arrival, or I might have welcomed you at the gates myself.
Are you Reed? I was told I should talk to you.
I'm Reed Thompson, Outpost Administrator. I cannot help but notice you are not in uniform.
I don't work for Spacer's Choice.
Of course not. I don't have that kind of luck. Seems I allowed my excitement to run away with my wits. Been a few seasons since we've had a visitor pass through.
My ship needs repairs. I'm looking for a power regulator.
Only regulator we've got is hooked up to the town transformer. Mr. Thompson ain't liable to be keen on dismantling it.
I beg your pardon. I am most emphatically not keen on any such thing. I can't let you have our power regulator. But I happen to know of another one. And I happen to know exactly how you may retrieve it without frying yourself in the process.
Frying myself?
Oh, yes. Saw someone put his hands on a regulator while the power was running. His legs were still twitching when we buried him. There's a power regulator in the old botanical lab. It's mostly abandoned, so all that power is being squandered. Go down to the geothermal plant. Reroute power from the botanical district over to us. Once their power's shut down, you can have their regulator and be along on your way.
When you say mostly abandoned, what do you mean?
I was not entirely sure how to tell you this. The botanical labs are not legally inhabited, but there are people who live there.
I don't think people will take kindly to losing their power.
No, I do not imagine they will be pleased. But like a parent disciplining an unruly child, you will be doing them a kindness. The people living in the botanical labs, they're deserters, former workers. I need them back at their posts. I need them to come home.
Wow, the facial animations and the voice acting is excellent. Why?
Edgewater is struggling. We haven't hit our production quota in years. If we don't meet our quotas this year, the company might shut us down for good. I need those workers back at their stations.
I've seen Edgewater. I don't blame those workers for walking out.
Neither do I. The fault was entirely mine. I pushed them too hard. My hope is that by cutting off their power, you will convince those deserters to come back to town. Before you go to the plant, I want you to stop by the botanical lab. Speak to their leader, Adelaide. Tell her the power's about to go, and that it's time her band of deserters came back to town.
How will I recognize Adelaide?
Adelaide's older than the other deserters. She's dignified, kindly. From what I understand, her camp looks to her for leadership.
What if Adelaide doesn't want to come back?
That is not a hypothetical I enjoy entertaining. We need Adelaide back. Nonetheless, I will settle for the return of her followers. We belong to one community, the Spacer's Choice family. If we dissolve into factions, then we will all perish separately. Adelaide will understand that.
All right, Reed, I'll see what I can do to help you.
My dad told me all about the plant. Taught me all he knew. I could come in useful. I mean, if that's all right with you, Mr. Thompson. Sir.
I hesitate to part ways with Miss Holcomb, but I cannot deny that she is talented and may prove useful to you. You will need an administrative passcode in order to enter the plant. I am trusting you with mine, and trusting Miss Holcomb to guide you if you'd like.
Sure, I could use the company.
Great! I got my wrenches and diagnosticators and hairpins and engine tape, so I'm all set.
Well, I am glad to hear that. Best of luck to you, and thank you again for your help. It is a lot to ask of a stranger, I know.
Cool. CMP New Manager Seminar. Companions. You've gained a companion. There are characters that will join you in your adventures and help you in a variety of ways. Companions provide combat support. Their skills enhance your skills. They increase your carrying capacity. You can unlock special companion combat abilities with the Inspiration skill. Learn more about your companions in the Companion Ledger. Some people may require completing another quest before they will assist you. You can check your quest log for dependents. Our body can now join the party. Cool. Hello, poor body.
Hey, mister, can we talk? Sorry.
Occasionally companions may have
Can we
something
talk?
on their mind. When you see a thought bubble above their head, try talking to them.
Sorry. You just want to get out of here. And you likely don't want to tag along like me. It's just, Mr. Thompson has his own view on matters, on account of it's his job and what all, but that's not the only side of the tale.
This is about the deserters, so what's the other side of it?
To Mr. Thompson, a person's a gear. It does its job quiet-like. If it squeaks or stutters, it gets replaced. The deserters are decent folk. I knew some of them before they left.
I can't blame anybody for wanting to leave. This town's got issues.
Life's hard here. Especially for them that don't fit in so well. We're one big Spacer's Choice family, but every family's got the one the rest whisper about. Mr. Thompson's aiming to take away their power. They'll have no lights to see, nor heat to cook. They'll be at the mercy of marauders, or worse. I think you should talk to the town's vicar about it. Max, his name is.
I suppose it couldn't hurt. We'll stop by.
Thanks, mister. I just think when you gotta make a decision that'll hurt somebody, it's best to think on the right and wrong of it. That's what my dad used to say anyways.
Alright, let's go talk to the vicar. Where was the vicar? Vicar?
A friend of mine died a couple weeks back.
Vicar?
Hey, you hear about Wilson?
Heard Marauders got it.
Just between us, Wilson deserted. Lost his nerve. Ran off in the thick of night.
You're kidding me. Damn. Always thought he was made of sterner stuff.
I think he was plagued. Guess he didn't want to die in the sick house.
Plague? Ah, shit. I had some of his salt tuna.
You moron.
This game really is sublime. I'm very impressed with what Obsidian's done.
I've always felt weird in here. It's too clean.
Any progress on that matter we discussed? Ah, Miss Holcomb. How rare to see you out. And with a complete stranger. Curious.
This here's Vicar DeSoto. He's always offering spiritual counsel to those that need it.
Thank you for the kind assessment, Miss Holcomb. I admit, I've been quite interested to make our outsider's acquaintance.
I haven't found your book yet.
Please get it.
Of course, but I have something I wanted to ask you.
What would you like to discuss?
Parvati wanted to talk to you about what Reed asked us to do.
But what? I thought you would talk to him.
You wanted to speak to me, Ms. Holcomb? Every time I've tried to engage you in conversation, you look at the floor, answer in single words, and slink away. I can't imagine what would be so grave as to drive her to my mission. What has Mr. Thompson asked you to do?
Cut the power to Adelaide's deserters.
Depriving them of safety from the marauders and wildlife. I can see why that troubles you. Miss Holcomb has a soft heart. Always has, if you believe the talk.
What do you think of Adelaide's group, Vicar?
They rejected the order of society and live beyond the walls so thoughtfully provided by our Spacer's Choice patrons. Does that strike you as a responsible life choice?
Depends on how well the leader can provide beyond your walls.
Astute. But I am here, knocked in the deserter camp, so that's not a variable I can account for.
So what do you advise?
Assuming your goal is to save as many as possible, then you should bring everyone together. Send the power to Edgewater and convince the deserters to return to the fold.
Is that even possible?
Not if things are left to stand as they are.
Okay.
Yeah, huh?
I noticed you mention your dad a lot, but never your mother.
That's on account of how I never met her.
How's that possible?
She was in another division of the Spacer's Choice family. She worked in the Vale a few months, sorting the cannery computers. Her contract said any kids she had, expected or not, belonged to her office from the time of conception. So when I was born, I got sent here.
That's inhuman.
It's sensible. Dad just fixed machines. She did some kind of crazy math, high-level stuff. Better to raise me on his time than hers.
Something
You mean
early.
about the mission being too clean?
It's supposed to be clean. It's a church.
I know, but Vicker says the universe is a machine, that it runs by law. Real machines have gunked up oil, scratches, and worn bits. You can tell they've seen handling, been used by folk. The machine Vicker sees is one ain't never been run. It's not for people to live in. It's something on a museum shelf, under glass.
It's an idea, not what we live in, but what we strive for.
It just comes off cold to me, is all.
Gotcha. Alright, I guess we're properly prepared. Maybe not. Not a grenade launcher. Let's check the journal. Retrieve the logic module. Retrieve the cache of medicine. Search the collector's domicile. Let's do that one. And off we go. Use your quick melee button to knock back enemies with a ranged weapon. Give yourself some room to shoot. I don't really need food. Ethology log. Tory mating habits. Kane Van Acker, Spacer Choice, ethologist assigned to Terra 2. This week I've decided to study Patori, or Terra Ray mating habits. The female Terra Rays leave their nesting area in the morning and return in the afternoon with random objects, typically something shiny or bright. Then they build displays with these objects and perform what I can only describe as a dance for an audience of males. If a male likes what he sees, the two go off and nest together in one of the nearby trees. Geralt, if you're reading this, I'm done waiting for you. Collect my things and meet me at the next site, and don't be late. I expect punctuality from my assistants. Alright, on we go. Oh. I don't want to risk it. With the brisket until I've modified my weapons and I have enough ammo. I don't feel confident. Marauders. Right there.
I'm ready for this.
Oh. Just kill me. Our body died. Where's the last time I saved? In here. I'm gonna have to go buy ammo for my assault rifle.
This is where the magic happens. Well, science. But it still happens. Hey, that's... I mean, if you need it. Okay.
Alright, let's hit this workbench. Workbench. The workbench allows you to prepare, upgrade, and modify your weapons and armor, keeping you combat ready and in tip-top shape at all times. On each screen, first select the weapon or armor you want to work on, then choose what you want to do it. Repair it, break it down for parts, modify it with a mod, or tinker to upgrade it. I want to take the light assault rifle. Install a mod. that adds shock damage to it. So let's install that mod. Yes. Alright, now let's tinker the assault rifle. Costs 50 bits, damage plus 1.8. That's all I can do to it right now. I don't have the money to go any further. So now this assault rifle is becoming my good weapon.
Almost lost a finger in the cannery today.
How can I get more ammo? I wonder if I can afford it. Let's go to the general store and see. Hello, sir.
Miss Holcomb ain't allowed in this establishment. Not since that little incident.
She'll be on her best behavior, won't you, Parvati?
Absolutely. I'll keep my hands in my pockets. I won't touch anything while we're in here, Mr. Moreau. I promise.
Music to my ears.
Alright, so where's your ammo? First of all, what ammo does this use? Long gun, heavy ammo.
It's not the best choice. It's Spacer's choice.
So we need heavy ammo.
Music to my ears.
Heavy ammo. Oh no, we can afford 14. Alright, we'll take it. Can I sell you anything? Not really. Alright, so let's check our journal. I want to get that illustrated manual. So we're gonna have to get that.
Something got you down?
Nothing. Just don't want to fall sick.
That'll give me some bits to work with, probably. Toss ball series. Ah, she died. Dang it. We were down to one marauder.
Weak. So weak.
I have to use the inhaler more because it heals the companions too. We'll get him. Alright. Parvati, you stay here.
Eyes up! Nice one! That's smart!
Oh, shoot. Goodness. There's too many of them. Alright, new plan. We're gonna do the deliver Reed's message. Let's do that. This one's a long ways away. We'll avoid the marauders. Emerald Vale Community Center. Ouch. Ooh, a revolver and bypass shuts. We got him. Ooh. Heavy ammo, nice. A necklace.
Hear that?
Can't do it. Look out! Got it!
Oh my gosh, man. I'm getting rocked. Alright, I'm gonna save this episode here and call it an episode. Unfortunately, it ends on a bad note. It's hard to progress. I'm gonna just have to get good. So So thank you for watching. Stay tuned. We'll beat these marauders if it kills me. I'll see you in the next episode. So long, everybody.